So we have new rosemary coming up. Spearmint, echinacea coming back second year. Everything here so far is second year in this particular bed. Yarrow, thyme, oh, and of course the random onion. And here we have some borage coming up from last year. I have more to plant, more thyme, Carolina geranium, more weeds, some golden sage popping up, and loads of mint everywhere. Yes, I am a rebel when it comes to mint. I plant it right in the ground and say, have at it. Sage, lots of sage this year coming back. Oregano, calendula popping up there. I've got more yarrow here, echinacea, rosemary. Lots of wild lettuces. Some kale, some actual lettuce that I planted. Lots and lots of lemon balm popping up. Thyme. More mint. Oh, this is exciting. Bee balm. Loads and loads of, I believe this looks like it's going to be possibly some red clover. And the echinacea is already blooming, so that's exciting. That's going to be really fun here in a couple of days. more kale. I just kind of walk around with seeds, and I don't even know what this is. Something popping up there. I don't even know. And so here is one of the main beds. I haven't planted anything yet this year, so this is all just coming back from last year's. We have some lots and lots of lemon balm, sage, lots of mint. Kind of all the purple dead nettles is some is it pineapple mint, and which I planted out here last year, and now I have it here in my raised bed, which is fun. More thyme there, cilantro, which I just kind of walk around with the seeds everywhere, and the lavender is starting to come in. Some henbit and some speedwell, which again, useful weeds. And my original garden. This was the first place I planted when we came in. Again, I have not cleaned the beds this year at all. I've left the leaves for the bees, but it's getting time, so I can go in and start getting the leaves out and get everything cleaned up. But this was my original garden that had a lot of rosemary in here, but again, the cold weather killed it. And as you can see, I have a mix here of oregano and mint. Yes, I use loads of mint, so I don't get mad about all of the feral mint that I have growing everywhere. And this is third or fourth year of St. John's wort here. It looks like some robin's plantain and some goldenrod that's gotten loose, which is all good. Some spearmint here, some lemon balm here. Over here we have quite a bit of lemon balm. Beautiful. How big the leaves are on that. And of course there's thistle, which is very useful too, so it stays. Here I have more mint and oregano and a little rosemary bush under there. And over here I have more sage growing amongst the mint and lemon balm and thistle. And I have a little bit of comfrey that I dug up out of the woods last year. So that's popping up, and I've got that in another spot. This is the second year for this raised bed. Third year, this raised bed. Second year for this bit of garden. And I did go to the nursery, so I have some plants to add to as soon as I get cleaned up and ready. And this seems to be my St. John's wort garden these days, because that's about what's in here at this point. We've got echinacea coming up, and as you can see, loads and loads of mushrooms, which is a great thing to see in your garden. That means your soil is happy, and hopefully all the other plants will be just as happy here as well. And this is my weed garden where I just throw some of the weeds. And lamb's ear that was brought to me as sage turns out to be lamb's ear. And I have beautiful lemon balm and a little wayward lamb's ear. More cilantro. Last year this bed was full of tomatoes, so got some garlic and some wild lettuce that is obviously gone to seed. Spinach, randomness, just random stuff, more spinach. And more, there is loads of mint. There's loads of different kinds of lettuces, mostly spicy. There's red Russian kale and more lamb's ear. So got caught in the wind apparently. And over here is another overflow garden of things that just kind of get stuck in here. And there's some comfrey doing really nicely. So that'll be second year for the comfrey. And a few other things that I don't even know about. Loads of speedwell. Look at all this. It's so beautiful. And more purple dead nettle. Very useful. Henbit. You can see the difference between, everybody has a hard time determining the difference between henbit, which is tall and skinny with a more violet flower. This is lyre leaf sage, which just happens to be, in my opinion, the prettiest of the leafy greens, and also very medicinal. And our little hugel mound here that we threw kale out has just kind of a cover at first. So we have loads and loads on both sides of red Russian kale. Plenty. And here, this is beet. And some sort of squash. They probably need to be thinned out. Loads of Carolina geranium and henbit. And I believe this is radish. Again, all needs to be thinned out, but there's radish, more squash, more beets, and a trove of all things leafy. Some wild lettuce, all the henbit, nettle, all of that stuff. Repetitive. Look how big that should be a red clover, I believe. I look forward to those. In the backside, we need to get more dirt, but it's growing very well. Everything seems to really love it. Lots of useful weeds. And that's about it. Lots of goodies. Hey guys, I thought I would give you a quick little tour of my gardens before I jump in and get things ready for the season. I've gone to my favorite farm nursery for more plants, so it's time to get the beds cleaned up and ready. I work mostly with teas and I try to keep a good stock in my apothecary. So at the end of the season, late fall, I usually harvest as much as possible, so things end up pretty sparse and scraggly. Time to get cleaned up and growing.